It is not for any prophet to take illegally a part of booty, and whosoever deceives his companions as regards the booty, he shall bring forth on the day of resurrection that which he took illegally. Then every person shall be paid in full what he has earned, and they shall not be dealt with unjustly. Is then one who seeks the good pleasure of Allah by not taking illegally a part of the booty, like the one who draws on himself the wrath of Allah by taking a part of the booty illegally? His abode is hell, and worst indeed is that destination. They are in varying grades with Allah, and Allah is all-seer of what they do. Indeed, Allah conferred a great favor on the believers when He sent among them a messenger in Muhammad from among themselves, reciting unto them His verses of the Quran, and purifying them from sins by their following him, and instructing them in the Quran and wisdom, while before that they had been in manifest error. What is the matter with you? When a single disaster smites you, although you smote your enemies with one twice as great, you say, "From where does this come to us?" Say to them, "It is from yourselves because of your evil deeds, and Allah has power over all things." And what you suffered of the disaster on the day of the battle of Uhud, when the two armies met, was by the leave of Allah, in order that He might test the believers, and that He might test the hypocrites. It was said to them, "Come, fight in the way of Allah, or at least defend yourselves." They said, "Had we known that fighting will take place, we would certainly have followed you." They were that day nearer to disbelief than to faith, saying with their mouths what was not in their hearts, and Allah has full knowledge of what they conceal. They are the ones who said about their killed brethren, while they themselves sat at home, "If only they had listened to us, they would not have been killed." Say, avert death from your own selves if you speak the truth. Think not of those who are killed in the way of Allah as dead. No, they are alive with their Lord, and they have provision. They rejoice in what Allah has bestowed upon them of His bounty, rejoicing for the sake of those who have not yet joined them, but are left behind and not yet martyred, that on them no fear shall come, nor shall they grieve. They rejoice in a grace and a bounty from Allah, and Allah will not waste the reward of the believers. Those who answered the call of Allah and the Messenger Muhammad after being wounded, for those of them who did good deeds and feared Allah, there is a great reward. Those believers to whom the hypocrites said, "Indeed the pagans have gathered against you a great army, therefore fear them." But it only increased them in faith, and they said, "Allah alone is sufficient for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs for us." So they returned with grace and bounty from Allah. No harm touched them, and they followed the good pleasure of Allah, and Allah is the owner of great bounty. It is only Satan that suggests to you the fear of his supporters and friends, so fear them not, but fear me, if you are true believers. And let not those grieve you, O Muhammad, who rush with haste to disbelieve. Indeed, not the least harm will they do to Allah. It is Allah's will to give them no portion in the hereafter. For them there is a great torment. Indeed, those who purchase disbelief at the price of faith, not the least harm will they do to Allah. For them there is a painful torment. And let not the disbelievers think that our postponing of their punishment is good for them. We postpone the punishment only so that they may increase in sinfulness, and for them is a disgracing torment. Allah will not leave the believers in the state in which you are now, until He distinguishes the wicked from the good. Nor will Allah disclose to you the secrets of the unseen, but Allah chooses of His messengers whom He pleases. So, believe in Allah and His messengers. And if you believe and fear Allah, then for you there is a great reward.